Hey there, welcome to MTG Foretold. Today we're visiting Doom Foretold in an Esper shell, again with Yorion as our companion, so 80 cards, and this is a tough one. We don't know what our opponent's playing. Normally I wouldn't keep this, it's a lot of lands, but if they're graveyard we can at least stop their life death or their necromancy. If they're controlled, then we can at least counter one of their spells. So we'll see how this goes. A lot of graveyard decks this morning, so yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I can already tell they're basically a graveyard deck. They just don't use their graveyard. They're just going to use their actual library, which is annoying. At least I have a Supreme Verdict. I mean, yeah, it's Supreme Verdict. Yeah. They're going to counter this. Rusko's a really good card. I have a feeling this is probably going to be, you know, the usual, probably Agent of Treachery, Ulamog, etc. Emrakul. Now the question is, what do we do here? So, we can get down Doom Foretold, but I'm not crazy about that since I really don't want to get a Midnight Clock. I think what we do is, we attack. Okay, it must have been garbage. Okay, it was just a Willow Rush. Okay, that was the test. Now, I think what I'd like to do is this, and then we are just gonna kind of sit and wait and see what our opponent does. Yeah, countering the unnatural summons definitely put us in a good spot, but yeah, that's gotta go for sure. No choice. Not a choice there. And that is a very deadly card. I think these are considered 0, so I may unfortunately have to get rid of Rusko. I don't want to at all, but I'm not sure if I have a choice. I think what we can do is we can attack in again and see what they do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they are not attacking. Which makes me think that we unfortunately need to do this. I hate doing this. I really want to save Rusko, but I can't risk it. And it was just a swamp. Oh, that's so bad. It's okay, though. We're gonna refill our hands shortly. As long as we survive. They're doing a whole lot of nothing, which actually concerns me. They have a 4 mana open. They probably have Growing Dread, I assume. No? They don't have any plays? Okay, this is surprising. Okay then, well... This is the reason why counterspells are so strong. Like... Yeah. Definitely need counterspells in this... in Historic. Okay, so we have a really awkward hand. I love Esper's Invocation. It's just amazing with enchantment decks. But we have no enchantments, and... Now, we do have Thoughtseize and Strategic Betrayal. This is a really weird hand. I probably shouldn't be keeping this, but I'm banking on hopefully getting some sort of an enchantment soon. Okay. I don't know if I want to deal with that, but I don't care, I guess, really. We could take whatever they want. I wish this could copy an artifact, that'd be nice. So I guess our next play is Thoughtseize. Not my happiest play, but... sure, you can, I guess, wait. You can look at my Supreme Verdict, Edict, Supreme Verdict, I don't know why I want to say Edict. Interesting. That's an interesting draw. Okay, so yeah. Guess not much of a choice there. We can use... I mean, I could have used Cryogen Relic instead of doing that, but I don't know. It seems like they're kind of a control-y, and they have a lot of lands too, so... Yeah, if you're going to destroy one of my lands, that's fine. I think I have base in this, actually. I just probably should have double-checked that. I updated this deck a little bit before making these videos, but... Okay. Dear Lord, I hope I have a white source, because... Oh, crap, I don't. That's not good. Well, then, that's a thing that just happened. That actually kind of messed me up. Okay, I may have to adjust the deck's mana a little bit. I usually like having a base... okay, I guess we just get rid of Esters, unfortunately. Yeah, they're just like a discardy pile. That's fine. I really don't want to drop Doom Foretold yet. Ah. Well... Alas, Yorion has to go. It's actually okay. So I can at least ping the Acquisitions Expert, and I will also get the Cryogen Relic trigger once I sack it. My god. So many lands. I mean, I guess not really that many lands. I just have that perception of lands. When you have nothing in your hand. Well, at least we'll get an extra card from Cryogen. Yeah, Acquisitions Expert is a weird card. That's... of course. Of course they would top deck Shale Dread once I... It's gonna damage me quite a bit. Oh, so gross. I have no choice, though. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's fine. Get Lost is a really nice one. Yeah, this is where Doom Foretold does show its strengths. Ooh, man. This is weird. I really need, like, something to close this game out, honestly. And that's definitely not it. Oh, that's convenient. Another Doom Foretold. We'll take it. Oh, look at that. They also have a Hopeless Nightmare. That's funny. That's fine. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So I honestly think we just hold on to Soul Guide. Oh, actually, I said hold on to Doom Foretold. They're gonna sack their Hopeless Nightmare, I assume. I kind of want to see what they do. before I decide to... If they put some at the top, that's not good. Of course. We all knew that was going to be Shieldred, right? I'm not even going to deal with that, nope. Okay, we need to start getting... Oh my god. Dear lord. Okay. This is not good. Not really. I mean, we're slowly draining the opponent at least. Oh, now they have Hive of the... That's actually really bad for us. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I may actually have to just cast Doom Foretold, get the life, get the card, get the little knight. And yeah, we'll see what happens. They're probably going to use the map tokens to dig as well. This is a really close one. Okay, that's a pretty good top deck. That's pretty solid. You don't really see Oracle Alpha in these kinds of decks too much, but I think it's a good card just because it does give you... Oh, no! Oh, tragedy. A tragedy. If they don't take Oracle of Alpha, they're not too smart, but I'm sure they're going to take it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And they're going to hold this up. Oh. Really? Okay. Oh, they're probably just going to dig. That's fine. We do not have a way to answer the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, unfortunately. Oof. This is a little weird because... I mean... let's see what we can pull. I don't think it really matters. I don't know how this actually functions. I've never actually done that. Let me see. That's rough. I think we have to, unfortunately, block because if they have... Oh, of course. Now I would... That's sad. Well, they can't dig anymore, at least with the maps. I don't know. This is a tough one. It's a really close game. Okay. So this is where we might turn the tables finally. We'll see. Please don't have a way to kill Rusco. Please, I need Rusco. Okay.
Ruining your day is going to feel
What a
great.
good top deck, man. Man, this is... Oh my god. This is not what we want. Not at all. Okay, we're gonna have to really rush Midnight Clock at this rate. See what he top decks. Hopefully something good. Okay, that's fine.
We're doing things my way.
We have to load this up. And this is why I like Rusco, because Midnight Clock actually can just potentially save your game, especially when it's this close. Oh my god, this is not what we wanted. Oh boy. I am just holding up Starting Town so I can discard that instead of battle the big bridge. We might actually be okay. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I just have to get midnight clock. Yes, yes, yes. Give it to me. Yes. Give me all the good stuff, please. Not a bad one, actually. Not bad. We'll definitely be discarding the land. We don't need that. And mana is useless for him right now. Okay, so we have to get rid of Liliana. She's got to go. And then we have to get rid of Waste Not because, yeah, that's... we don't want to deal with that. And now we can get down Hopeless Nightmare and Doom Foretold to get rid of Meat Hook Massacre. And now we're in a pretty good spot. Still not out of the woodworks yet, though, honestly. This is a really close game. Man, is it close. This is like the perfect example, though, of where Doom Foretold really does thrive, because I'm constantly just keeping pressure on the opponent, making sure he doesn't have anything on board as best I can. Oh man, are you kidding me? That's amazing. Okay. That's fine. Well, you'll have to sack her. Yep. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully get some good... Okay. Actually, that's pretty good. This is going to be a lot of card draw. I'll take the 1 life loss for it. Man, this... Oh. Actually... I think we do this. This will give us 1 life back, as well as getting us a card and getting a little knight on the board. And then I may actually just do Estrids on top of that, actually. Do I just Estrids again? I just don't like how sometimes it triggers... I don't want to get rid of Estrids. Lord, let's see. You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Max amount of pressure on the opponent. All the Doom Foretolds. The power of Doom, of course, it triggers Doom. Why does it trigger that one first? Come on. Well, they have to... Okay. Whew. Alright, that was a great example of Doom Foretold. Started the video a little bit late, but... looks like they're playing a very aggro deck, unsurprisingly. Actually, probably the Great Red deck what we're talking about. Which is actually great, because we do have Strategic Betrayal, but if they already have Arden, that's not good. Oh, they already got Arden, that's great. Yeah, okay, cool. It's kind of interesting, though, because we're not exactly dead in the water just yet. Although, if we get mana screwed, we might be. This is a token, but... we have no choice but to get rid of Sinspira, unfortunately. Let's wait until the battle actually triggers. Let's see what happens. It's weird because we do have Strategic Betrayal, but it's not that functional at the moment because we really need we need something else. I wish we had a blue source. Could have held up Shadowbringers too. Okay. We're just gonna do Strategic Betrayal next turn anyway. Oh shoot, we have no choice but to get rid of... this is bad. So we might actually have to see what we can do. Sid Spear's probably gonna get Arden back anyway, which is also not good, but don't have much of a choice. This is kind of an awkward situation. Oh, and he still has Arden, so yeah, that's a game. Yeah, so last game was just overall awkward, unfortunately. But this is interesting. We got some plays happening. Okay. At least it's not a graveyard deck, maybe. Well, it's probably one of those annoying decks that actually probably bring stuff back from the grave. Oh no, this one. Crap. Yeah, so... This is a bit awkward. I really don't know what the best play is here. This is kind of weird. Okay. They don't have a red source, but okay. Yeah. They're probably just gonna bring iTwitch back, I assume? Actually, are they now... This is weird. I think we hold up. At this point, we don't want to kill those things anyways. They're just going to get stuff back. I want him to cast Chthonian Nightmare, because I think that's going to be pretty much his whole thing. Okay, so... I think we just wait. We're not too afraid right now of what he's got going on. I can cast Oracle Alpha next turn and still hold up Dovin's Veto. He can redirect lightning too, which is rough. Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation we have. I think we just force the issue, Deadly Dispute it. He might try to redirect... I think Redirect Lightning would work against this. Just fine. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Is this Flash? Yeah. No, it's not. It's not Flash. Okay. That's fun. Now he's gonna see my whole hand. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird game. I don't have all the answers that I wish I had. I'll actually probably just cast Esper's Invocation. I don't know. Because all it does is benefit him when something gets destroyed. Yep. Maybe I'll just get Wedding Announcement down. And then I can use Esper's on it next turn. If I even survive that long. Another redirect lightning. Fun. Yeah. This is the... Yep, he's gonna have the combo now. I don't think there's anything I could do. Yeah, redirect lightning is a rough one. That's nasty. Okay. I'm not sure of the interaction with that. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. So if I get lost, he's gonna probably use that, right? Or should I just beseech the mirror and just get rid of... Because what I can do is I can get lost, and then I can... Let's just see what happens here. I'm trying to do something that I'm not sure if it's going to work. Okay, so he didn't redirect lightning. Yeah, I think he's probably gonna have... He's gonna have the infinite combo, I think. Yeah, maybe I should have actually beseeched the mirror and then gotten rid of his graveyard. That was kind of my mistake. Chthonian Nightmare decks are kind of weird. I sometimes don't understand exactly how they function. But this isn't looking too hot. I think at this point, we're going to have to do it. We're unfortunately going to have to sacrifice. We're going to sacrifice Esper's because it's going to be useless. And I think we just get rid of the graveyard. Screw it. We need to get rid of the graveyard. This is basically a graveyard deck. And he's gonna probably use Strategic Betrayal. Ah, I should have used Soul Guy Lantern. Oh, okay, I guess it doesn't work. Well, that works. Yeah, I don't think everyone understands how Redirect Lightning works. Sometimes it's a bit of a weird situation. The bright side, he's starting back to 0, but he probably has another Chthonian Nightmare again. A lot of card draw this deck. Ah, yep, another Chthonian Nightmare. Here we go. Not much I can do here. I think it's just like an infinite combo at this point. I don't even know. Oh, no way, he needs 2 mana to cast. Okay. And the question is there a point even me getting rid of Shambling Ghast? Well, he does have to sacrifice a creature, so actually that might be beneficial. So I think what we do is Oracle the Alpha. And just hold. See what he does. If he casts Chthonian Nightmare, I'm just going to get rid of Shambling Ghast. Yikes, okay. That's rough. Okay. I was just waiting until he comes down and tries to sacrifice something. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought I would have been able to... Okay, see, that's the reason why I don't really understand this deck. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, Lord. Okay, I haven't seen Cauldron Familiar in a minute. Yeah, in this kind of game, Rest in Peace would have been really nice. I don't think they have a way to remove enchantments. Okay, well, that's actually not too bad of a top deck, but I don't think it does too much in the end. We'll see. This actually could be good. Yeah, we lose. Rough game. Chthonian Nightmare is a weird one. It's like the new Cat Oven deck, essentially. Okay, so this hand does quite a bit. I wish we had more enchantments. I have a feeling it's a graveyard deck. Once I start seeing them mulliganing... Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, goodbye. Okay, this deck isn't too bad against us. It's more like a creature-style deck, which we don't really care about that, honestly. In these cases, I don't care about holding up Momentum Breaker. Of course, when I say that, that's what I should have, right? Okay. That's fine. Now the question is this the play? I think this is the play. I think we just take whatever he gives us. I'm waiting to see if I need to cast something else. I need to actually cast Supreme Verdict. Holding up Doom Foretold in case I do a board wipe, essentially. If I don't have to do a board wipe, then I'm... yeah, okay. Wait. Maybe? No? Okay. Doom Foretold. Words mean nothing to us. And he's gonna hold because he doesn't want that on the battlefield. Understandable. I'm not really keen on getting more lands at this point. Oh, that's a nice one. I will take a good old Rusco. And don't worry, I have more Doom Foretold where that came from. Oof, Ugin, great. Not fun. I have never seen this Shadow Dread card. Okay. It's fine. I think we just get Yorion down. We have multiple board wipes if we need them. Okay. Actually a pretty good card, not too bad. Oh, that's a good one. And now we're pumping. The other thing I like about Oracle's Alpha is at least you get those Mox artifacts. Really good to sack to Doom Foretold if you don't need the mana. Okay. Well, we came back after the last couple bad games, I think. So I hope you enjoyed today's video showcasing Doom Foretold in Esper style. I think this deck does pretty well against some of the more aggro-y decks in the format, just because, you know, we do have Fatal Push is very beneficial, and we have Fatal Absence and Fragment Reality. We have actually a lot of a single target removal. I think what we struggled the most with today was really those combo-y decks, and obviously Graveyard, if they just get what they need, then you just pretty much lose. That's one thing I don't like about Historic, is you really have to just build your deck around graveyards. I think best of 3 are probably better for a lot of these kinds of decks. I don't think Doom Foretold is the strongest card in best of 1. I think best of 3 is probably where it would sit a little bit better. I may try best of 3 and do some videos on that, but next video I'm probably going to showcase a couple of my 4 color varieties that I have. Also showcasing Doom Foretold as usual. I promise you Doom Foretold won't be in every single deck of mine, but I really don't see other YouTubers play Doom Foretold, so, you know, gotta give it some love, you know? There's a lot of cool things you could do with it, and I think people just kind of forgot about this card, especially with the really fast power creep level of Historic. I can understand why, just because you can lose on turn 2, so I completely get that, but, you know, that's why we have Shadowbringers, or Dovin's Veto, if that's the actual one. I do think this card is really good against those graveyard decks. You can counter their life death and their necromancy and all that fun stuff. And we do have a little bit of other options to deal with the graveyard, but as you saw in that one game, it didn't mean anything. I just couldn't get the things down fast enough. But just it happens that way. Sometimes you can't win them all. But yeah, let me know. Actually, I also want to mention this card. I wish we saw one of the games because this is actually a really good card, and also one of the more fun cards in my opinion that have been released in the last couple of years. Also, winning announcement. Love this card too. I wish I would see more cards like these that have multiple layers to them. I think they're really fun to build around and build decks around. Obviously, Oracle of the Alpha. You find this more in full-on control decks. I kind of use this as just a way to kind of cheese potential like sacking options like this, like Black Lotus and all the Moxes. You don't see them that much though, to be quite honest with you. You probably see them a lot more in a full-on control deck. So if you were to readjust this deck, you could probably get rid of maybe Oracle of the Alpha. I just think it's such a loaded card that, especially I have had times where Ancestral Recall was pretty clutch. I never had to end up using Time Walk with it, but drawing cards is always nice. But yeah, I mean, I think there's some adjustments you can make, and I may make adjustments. I actually have a few other Esper versions of Doom Foretold that I may show. I think this is a little bit more competitive than some of the other ones I have. Some of them are really old, where they just use like the colorless artifacts to sack to Doom Foretold. Nowadays, you really just need value, so you want things that give you some sort of value when you sack them, if possible. That's why I think Cryogen Relic is just such a perfect fit in this deck. One of the better cards that have been released in the last few sets for Doom Foretold. And you could probably adjust like the counts of some of these things. I have a lot of 2-drops. Makes it a little inconsistent sometimes. But I do have the 4 counts for what I feel are the most important ones when you can have to deal with control decks and graveyard decks just to get rid of any of their spells, and obviously Thoughtseize to really hit their hand before they can even get started. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the deck. Let me know what changes you would make, and if you have any suggestions, because I'm always open to suggestions and always wanting to kind of change my decks around, see what works. I try not to usually stick with meta decks. Like sometimes they're fun and like standard with like Orzhov skeletons and such, but for the most part, I do like to do my own thing, or maybe like just do a spin on maybe what's a meta deck, I guess. This is obviously not meta at all in any circumstances. It's not fast enough, but if you get the ball rolling, as you saw in some of those games, it actually can be a really fun deck, and you can have some really good games that are back and forth and not just like done within turn 2, which I find is when Magic is strongest. All right, that's all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video.